Hi everyone, Byron from Bear Bull Traders here. It is Sunday, February 17th. Hope everyone's having a great weekend. It's a long weekend. Monday's a holiday, as probably most of you know. So we won't be trading. Markets are closed. So I hope everyone gets out and has extra some extra time with family and friends. So let's take a look at the week that was and take a look at the week ahead, see what we see coming down the pipe. And we'll start out by looking at some market internals here. You can see here the amount of the 200-day, the number of stocks trading above their 200-day moving average is improving. Last week it was about, I think, 34%. Now it's 44. This was about 75%. Now we're at 84. So all these metrics, the new highs, almost at 90% versus new lows. You can see it's all markets really firming up, turning over, becoming very strong. Bull back into a bull market again here. Let's take a look at the groups that did well. Industrials, basic materials, healthcare. The ones that didn't do so well, the typical safety trades, although they were still up. Utilities, consumer goods, financials and technology, sort of middle of the pack here. Not doing great, but not doing bad. I think the Fed basically, everybody's focused on rate hikes and lack of, and I think the Fed is on hold now for doing anything too aggressive. And of course, the China trade talks are goosing things up here. So let's take a look at the indexes here, see where we are. Here's the Dow Jones. You can see it's been probably one of the stronger indexes, well above the 200-day now. RSI is making higher lows every move up. Now we're above, coming up on 70 here, coming up to a level of what would probably be resistance. But it's been, as I've been calling it, the pain trade. People that wanted to get short here around the 200 and seemed like a level of resistance back here as well. And it's just been people that have tried to short this market on a reversal have it's basically been the pain trade for them. This market just tends to keep creeping higher. Here's the IWM, the Russell 2000, some smaller caps. RSI really sort of breaking out here. Again, it was kind of lagging the indexes, and it's just now trying to come up to the 200-day moving average. But I think we get up there and we move further higher, and you can see here volume coming in nicely on Friday as well. QQQs hanging right around the 200. I think that again there's some, you can see some levels up here, but I think the trade continues to go up for the time being. And the SPY, here we are again, higher lows on the RSI. SPY punching through the 200-day, and again 2800 looks like a level that might have some resistance. We'll just see what happens there. MACD still looks strong. And I always like to look at the dollar index, see what the dollar's doing here. You can kind of see we're doing a bit of a consolidation right now after a strong run up. RSI kind of rolling over a bit, not a lot of volume. See what the weekly did, see what the weekly looks like. Weekly chart, you can see an indecision candle here actually. So we'll see what happens here. Strengthening dollar, commodity prices will drop. But generally speaking, so we'll just see what the dollar does as we go into next week. A lot of challenges in Europe, their economy, and Japan as well. So let's take a look at, is there anything else there I wanted to look at? Maybe if you can see the VIX. The VIX is kind of the volatility index, which is, generally trades inverse to the market. And you can kind of see here we're at real lows for quite some time now, and it looks like we're going to even head lower on this. But we'll see if this, the markets are going to have to roll over for the VIX to start to warm up a bit here and head higher. Let's take a look at some of our actives, the ones we have in play here. ACRS, I should say, got in at 7, which was the trading plan. This leveled here. 680, 690 is a stop out price, and I'm hoping to get up to 8 for the first target. And right now we didn't have a great day on Friday, less volume though, which is good on a pullback. So hopefully we'll push higher on Tuesday. ADAMA, well, that was actually one I was watching and didn't actually get an entry on it. Kind of moved away from me pretty quickly there, and I can see here the volume's building, but I don't want to take an entry on that now. CAG, we got into that on Friday, 24.27 entry, and I think it has a good opportunity to run up to into this level here. RSI is looking nice and strong. Would have liked to have caught it back here on this break, but see here a little bull flag, and then back up. And volume, okay, still pretty strong. MACD looks good, so we'll hold on to that. Roku, been in that for a while, and it pushed through the 200. You can see how, when it comes to a level of resistance, 200 is typically a level of resistance, pops ahead above, pulls back, and then continues higher. And that's a pretty typical pattern when you get to any level of resistance or possibly support, down, up, and then further down again. So yeah, hanging on to that one and hoping for something in this area here, 55. TNA been in for a long while now, and yeah, it's just been a really good trade. It kind of a small cap index, and again, it was the one that was lagging behind all the other indexes on the 200-day moving average, which is why it was a good entry, because you could you could play that for a this was going to follow the other indexes, so yeah, that's why I'm liking it, and I'm looking at it all the way up to the 200. So let's take a look at some things I'm just watching here. I'm looking at gold. I guess somewhat it's going to depend on what happens with the dollar, and we talked about the dollar index already. And let's just see where things go here. Gold could be breaking out here. It's already had a nice run. Let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly looks pretty strong. See, we've had a nice run up here. And one way to play that is you can play it with Nugget. Let's take a look at Nugget here. You can kind of see we've done a bit of a flag here, and now we're breaking out to maybe new highs. So be watching that next week and see if we can maybe take an entry here back at 20. It's where I'd maybe be looking to get in, and then breaking this line here. See, let's take a look here. Just there's that line that it broke out of here. So if it broke below this, it'd be stop out situation. But getting a decent entry around 20 might not be a bad entry for this trade. So what else we got here? Energy stocks. Energy stocks are on fire. They see here they've came back from the 24th. They've done quite a period of consolidation. Tried to break out here, came back, and now we could be heading back up to this 200-day moving average. So 66, a bit of a gap up here. Volume, that's the one thing I don't like about this. Volume's not great. RSI is heading higher. Looked like we did a bit of a higher low here, and so I'll be watching this for a trade. This is the ETF. I mean, you could play a lot of the different energy stocks that had similar charts to this. I already talked about gold. This is the other stock I'm looking at, KPTI. You can kind of see here it's been consolidating. It's actually moved above the 200-day moving average. Let's just add that here. And let's add volume by price too. Let's take a look at this chart now. So you can kind of see here why I'm interested in it. Volume's been building here nicely. We had a good day on Friday, and there's a lot of volume that's been traded in this range here. Not a lot of, there's a fair amount of volume of like I would call them shareholders up in this area here as well. so it could be a bit of a fight getting through there. But I think it kind of looks interesting. It's above the 20, it's below the 50, and below the 200. And I did this scan to come up with this. So, here's 887, 880 could be your stop. If you can get in on Tuesday around 9, or just above it, might give a good risk to reward. I'd be looking at taking some off through 10. So that's a trade I'm going to be watching, and stock I'm going to be watching price action on Tuesday and Wednesday. See what happens to that. And RSI looks good. You can kind of see here we're making higher low, higher low, higher low. So getting above 50 right now, and it's not looking pretty good. MACD's kind of trending up. I do like the volume. So all right, everybody, that's it. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, like I said, and your extra holiday on Monday, whatever you're going to do. This is my book, How to Swing Trade. No, I didn't come up here. How to Swing Trade by Brian Pezim. If you have a chance, I haven't read it yet, check it out. It's on Amazon, and that's it. So everyone, enjoy your weekend, rest of it, and we'll see you in the Bear Bull Trading Room on Tuesday morning. Bye for now, everyone.